Hey friends, it's been another week. It's a beautiful day here in Central Florida, and I have a bag of grapes for my worms. Why do I have a bag of grapes? I'm not really sure, but my husband found them in our chest freezer at the very bottom, so I'm assuming they must have gone bad, or we bought a bad bag or something, and we froze them, and then we forgot about them. So we're going to check on the worms. It's been exactly a week since they've been fed. And we're just going to open this up, see how they're doing. Now, it was a pretty big feeding last week. And that's honestly just because they've been burning through food like crazy. But the drip situation down below is pretty much non-existent. Like, there is no problem, really. It seems like it's either dried out or at least not dripping. And I'm not really worried about it because we've had like mostly 80 days, but then we would have like a random 70-degree day or two here in Florida. So the next 10 days is 80s and 90s already, believe it or not. So I'm not really worried about the moisture being too crazy. I'm pretty sure even if it is a little bit much, we can always just open the top up and let it just evaporate off, because I mean, you gotta work with what you got. Florida has a lot of heat, so let's take a quick zoom in and see how things look. So I'm gonna try to hold my phone as steady as I can and just pull away some of the bedding. Oh, hello worms. Oh, okay, we got a lot of worms here. Careful, I don't want to hurt anybody. Got plenty of worms. I see some banana peels in here. Some avocados. Okay, mostly avocados. Wow, look at all the worms. All the worms are doing really good. Okay, I don't want to disrupt them. They're happy, but as far as like the berries and the food, this is avocado shell, banana peel, but all of the berries and the easy to process stuff from last week, because that was a pretty big feeding. Oops, that was a pretty big feeding if you recall. So all of that heavy duty eating, you know, the stuff that could be eaten quick, is gone. So that means they're hungry hippos there. So we're gonna just feed them some grapes. So let me cover this up, and I will just, sorry, little worms. I don't want to hurt anybody. But, okay, so we fed them around this area last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that's covered again. That's really exciting. Now, the feeding from last week, again, had a lot of strawberries, that type of stuff in it. So obviously that's the good stuff that goes really quick and is in high demand. So I'm not terribly surprised that it's gone already. But also I kind of am excited because that means that I have enough worms in here to eat a lot. And that's good, because I'm not really back to cooking as much as I used to be before my surgery, because I'm still getting my energy and everything back up, but I aspire to be. So, you know, one day at a time, I guess. All right, so the grapes are in. We'll say that's probably like 3 o'clock-ish. We'll just put that in and cover it up. And there is a tremendous amount of bedding in here, and I realize that, but I don't think there's ever too much bedding, especially since we're not in any situation where it's too dry or anything, you know, by any means. So if nothing else, this is just helping keep the bugs out. So how easy was that? That was a really quick feeding. I have to say, I really love and appreciate how simple urban worm bag is once you get the right number of worms in here going and you got a good system. I mean, other than maybe borderline too wet, by and large, the system has been super easy, and I highly recommend it. So if you're considering one, I don't know, ask me questions that I'm happy to troubleshoot. And we got a great community of people who comment as well, who could probably answer questions. But I love these bins. If I have space for more, I would definitely get more. But in the future, I guess. Fingers crossed. Okay, friends. Well, thanks for checking in with me and the worms. And hopefully you'll check out next week's video. And if you want to see some of the bins like this in my hot frog at early stages, because you might be starting one yourself, make sure you check out the playlist with all of those videos linked. Okay, bye friends.